Good morning. This is day 8 with Zoey and her puppies. I didn't post yesterday because I was dealing with a puppy that I think is not going to make it. This little black one right here. Where is he? Oh wait, I thought he was there. Where is he? I think it's this one. Yeah, this guy right here. He's very weak. He was born at 11.5 ounces and he dropped down to 11.2 and stayed there for a couple of days. He wasn't eating enough, so I tube fed him one time in the evening, and the next day he went up to 12.4, which was good, but he hasn't gone up at all, and yesterday he was back down to 11.7 and refused to eat. He was constipated, so he had a little, I put a little bit of soapy water, warm soapy water up his butt, and he released a lot of feces. And then I gave him some subcutaneous fluid. I have the fluid that is used in an IV. And so the dehydration was fixed. His temperature was good. It was 97.8, which is normal for young puppies. They're usually between 96 and 99. So you can't feed a puppy when the temperature is too low. That can kill them. So I tube fed him a couple of times, and then during the night he was crying, and so I was holding him, and he had a lot of feces that was just really runny and brown, unlike a puppy. So I think he's having issues with his digestion. I think there's something wrong with the puppy. So I had decided to let him go. He still refused to eat. And so I held him. He didn't eat for about 8 hours. And then all of a sudden he kind of bounced back and seemed like he was hungry. So I tube fed him this morning. And so he's still not eating. He's a little bit more perky than he was, but will not suckle. So I'm not sure what I should do. I always struggle with deciding when to let a puppy go and end its suffering, and when to keep trying. I had a puppy a couple years ago that I tube fed him for 2 weeks, and he was just up and down and up and down, and finally he passed. And they don't like to be tube fed. They kind of gag when you're putting the tube down. So he went through all that. He had subcutaneous fluids and antibiotics, and I just prolonged the inevitable. So it's just hard to decide what to do. When these neonates get sick, it's really tough. Now the other ones, they were really smelly this morning. I think they may be vomiting on each other. I haven't seen them vomit, but they were just all a mess. So I had to bathe them all, and I just put them in nice warm water. That's why the towel is here, because I had the towel on top of them all. They were huddled by Mom, and they were still a little bit wet. They're pretty dry now, and they're clean. But there's still a lot of whining. And Mom was very picky about her food today, so I don't know if she's feeling well. Rescue is not easy. Here's one of the babies. One of these guys is getting a curly, long coat. This one looks like the coat is getting long and a little bit curly. Okay, that's all for now.